Hey guys, it's Me Game Shooter here. I'm going to show you guys how to get 100% in Amnesia the bunker. We're going to be getting all missable achievements, all collectibles, and there are 52 notes, 20 dog tags, 5 maps, and 7 pocket bags with different spawns. And I have them all listed out. Do you note that there are 2 glitch achievements as a recording that is going to be collect all other achievements and collect every note. For the unavailable achievements at the moment, we're not going to grab in this run. That's going to be the speedrun achievements. Don't save throughout the whole game. Don't drop it, store any item, and complete the game faster than any developers at Fictional, which is 34 minutes. For the collectibles, we're going to go for the way of the story. So right when you wake up from the bed and all the way to the end, if you follow along, you should be able to get everything. And not like you're going to miss anything because you can just go back and pick them up. For the collectibles, I am going to put as note 1, note 2, note 3 for me. And I'm going to have it fully descripted in the description so you'll be able to follow along. And that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys in the video. When you wake up from your bed after the little intro, your character is going to look towards the other bed. Simply walk into the other room, and on our left on the desk is going to be our first note. Coming out of the room where we got our first note, we're going to enter this hallway, and you're going to see a light. Enter that room with the light, and in the cabinet is going to be our flashlight, and underneath that's going to be our second note. Standing outside of the hallway of the room, we're going to go further down the hallway, and the first door on our left is going to have our third note and our first photo. The photo is going to be in the wall, and the third note is going to be in the left drawer.
Monster.
Our first missable achievement is leave the game
now
when things get interesting. So right when you take the gun, he's going to make you go into the pantry.
There's ammo in the pantry. Get it. Do the job, please.
Right when you walk into the pantry, you can unhook the latch and take the ammo bullets and instantly turn around. You don't have to reload it. And right when the animation is done, you can just leave the game. But do note when you do this, the collectibles that you grabbed previously, you're going to have to grab again. Eventually, you make your way into this room, the admiration room. You're going to have to lock that door, and you're going to come into this dark area. On the table, it's going to have our first dog tag, our fourth note, and you can see the map back there, so that's our first one. Go to the right of the stairs, and this is going to be our fifth note. This time, we're going to go down the stairs. You can see that's where we grabbed our fifth note. Down here is where the generator is going to be. This is what we're going to do to turn on the power and everything. So first we're going to come down to the store and pull it out to grab our sixth note. Turn to the right and we're going to grab our seventh note. There's nothing in that area in there. Turn around and grab the pocket watch off of the stool. And turn to the right to the dead body to grab our second dog tag for the code upstairs. Once you put the code from downstairs on the dog tag, you will come out and turn to the right. And right next to the detonator is going to be our note 8. This time we're going to go left from the animation room, and we're going to go down the stairs and turn to the left to the officers' quarters. Enter the area and turn to the left of the first room we go to, and that's going to be Joubert's room. Right when you enter the room, look to the left, and the second photograph is on the shelf. And turn to the right to the desk for the knife note. And at the right drawer is going to be our 10th note. Do watch out, because the beast is here. You could flick the switch in this hallway or in the hallway before to turn on the power, depending where it is. But we're going to come out of the room of Joubert's room, turn to the left, and in the first room on the right, we're going to open up the door and come to this little dining room. And on the table is going to be our 3rd photograph and our 11th note. Circle around the table on the right side, past the little closet, and in our right drawer is going to be our 12th note. Still right in front of the dresser from our previous collectible, you did notice that there is light in here. I turned on the power. But we're going to turn around and unlock this door and come through. And we're going to go left to come into Founder's room. Turn on your flashlight. And thankfully that there is a grenade right here. We're going to need that for the next few collectibles. But walk further in, and on the desk is going to be our 13th note. And in the left drawer is going to be our 14th note. And we're going to open up the closet door to grab our 4th note. Make sure to have a grenade. Coming out of the Flounder's room, I'm probably saying his name wrong. What we're going to do is go to the left, and this door right here is locked. Reynard's door. We're going to need a grenade or explosive barrel to open this. So I pulled out a grenade. We're going to throw it. And we're going to hide because the beast is going to run at us. So I'm going to hide underneath this table. And I'm going to cut to when the beast leaves me alone. And suddenly you can see that the door is now busted open. There is a note underneath where that filing cabinet is, underneath the chain. But first we're going to go to the desk in the left side of the room and open up this drawer to grab the 15th note. And we're going to turn back to the filing cabinet underneath the chain to grab the 16th note. We are going to return here once we have the bolt cutters, so keep that in mind. Still in Reynard's room. This time we're going to turn to the right. And we're going to go further down into this room. There's no turns, so nothing. And we're going to move these barrels out the way. I did do it before, but the power turned off, so I had to record this scene. So we're going to pull these off, these little boards off. And we're going to turn to the right where this dead body is. He should have a dog tag, and it's going to have a little code behind it. Look up to the left and find our first pocket bag. This is always here. And we're going to turn to the right, and on the desk is going to be our 17th note. Still right in front of the body, what we're going to do is open up the door right to the left of them, and we're going to make our way right here. Jump over the little trap, because you don't want to set that off. We're going to make our way down the stairs to this body, and there's going to be a dog tag right next to him. There might be rats here, depending on your gameplay. Right when you pick up the body, back up and go down these stairs. And we're going to come up to this cage area. We're going to need the bolt cutters or the wrench to go through here. But instead of going through there, we're going to turn to the left. And we're going to grab our 18th note off of this crate. Simply make your way back to the admiration room. But we're going to take a right instead of going down the hill. And you can see the first room on the right is going to be locked. And right next to the door is going to be a little vent. This is where the lockers are going to be. And this is where most of the collectibles are going to be inside of, or tools to progress through the game. So we're going to climb through this little vent right here, and we're going to fall to the ground. Simply turn to the right, and you're going to see a bunch of lockers. But we're going to grab this first photo right here on the foreman. And in the left corner is going to be this dead body with our 5th dog tag. Turn around for a code. May or may not be there. And to the left of it, it's going to be this pillowcase. We're going to pull it off and grab the 19th note. Still in the lockers, we're going to get this lockdown wheel in this locker. To check what code you need to just press back or whatever you do for the inventory and just go to the codes section. And it's going to be showing all the codes you got from the dog tags, and all you have to do is input that code right into it. Grab the lockdown wheel, and we're going to get through all the other ones. I'm going to open up 3 since that's what I have at the moment. Still continuing, we're going to the second locker. This is an RNG spawn. It could be in your final bag or whatever, but this is where it was for mine. I input the code and grab the pocket bag. This is most likely going to be your last one, but luckily I got this as my second one. This is to let you know which you need before you go into the next area, before we go into maintenance. But while we're in maintenance, we're going to come across this little room. We're going to pull out this little barricade and enter the room, and it's going to show us our second map, basically, to just interact with the map, and that's going to go in our little selection to our main map. And we're going to look to the left, and our note and our photograph are going to be right there. The note's going to be in the table, and in the pantry is going to be our 6th photograph. Still in a room with the map, we're going to turn around and go to the right, and at the middle of the hallway is going to be a rat, and it's going to be eaten out of the body. Hopefully it's there in your game. But when you get close, it's going to trigger this trap, unlocking us Pitmaster. Grab the dog tag right next to the body to get our 6th dog tag, and the burnt body is going to be our first burnt body out of 12. First body out of 12. Still right in front of the body, just walking up to it right now. We're going to come to the room of Foreman Station, Foreman Quarters. And we're going to go to the left where the arrow is going. This is going to take us a little bit up the stairs. And we're going to enter this little room on the left. On the table is going to be our 7th dog tag. Turn around for a code or not. On the wall is going to be our 7th note. And on the table is going to be our 21 note. And there's going to be 1 spawn in this little closet room. If it's not there, we still have 2 more areas to find it in. Going back to the lockers, we're going to enter the code that we probably have gotten from D2 that we picked up, hopefully. And when we enter it, we should be able to get a locker, and that's going to be a future use. And that's once you grab it, it's going to give us flint and steel. This is for the tunnels of the rats that we need to pass through, because there has 3 dog tags that are in there. Making our way back to the foreman quarters, just a little bit further down the hallway, we're going to make a left here, and we're going to go into the workshop. Inside of the workshop, this is where the tunnels of rats are going to be at. So make sure you do have your lighter and made a torch with a cloth and a stick. And just select it, and your character should light it up. And all you have to do is just point, and out of the bodies that they're eating from, grab the dog tag. There are 3 in here. May have a code or may not, but just a note that there are 3 dog tags in here that we need to grab. This is our 9th. Going further, and watch out for the rats for coming back and biting you right in the butt, and grabbing our 10th one. Right when you come out of the tunnels, turn to the left, and it's going to be our 2nd note right on the wall, right next to the pillbox where we need to progress to get our code for the wrench. Still in the hallway of the pillbox. This time we're going to go right from the tunnel, and we're going to make our way down the steps and take a left to go into the chapel. Make sure to watch out for traps, because that could lure the beast here. Entering the chapel, this is the beast hideout, but it is going to lock an achievement once you first enter. The beast is going to spawn behind you because you're in here once you grab the key. And that's going to be in that room right there on the right with the cross. Make your way up to the little sanctum area. This is going to grab our second pocket bag, second spawn, and our 11th dog tag. Make your way to the little cross room, and the priest is going to be hanged up. And on the right side of him is going to be our key. I was searching for the note. It's right next to the other room where the priest is. And you can hear the beast coming. So I'm going to hide and cut it when he disappears. Once I think the coast is clear, I opened it, and to the right side, or left side depending, is going to be our 23 note. Going back to the pillbox hallway, we're gonna go over to it. We're gonna pull out the key we got from the chapel, which opens up the door. Once we open it, make sure you do have a grenade, because we are gonna need it to open up a dog tag. And that is the little barricade right there on the left. But I made sure that to make it safe here. May not be here depending on your difficulty. But pull out the grenade and toss it through. And it's going to make an explosion. And knowing that the beast might come, I tried to close the door and thought there was a lock on there. Isn't. So I'm going to make my way up the ladder to wait for the beast to go away. And you can hear him coming right behind me. And right when you climb up the ladder, make sure you instantly crouch down because there is a sniper and he is going to kill you. And go over to the body and grab our 12th dog tag. And this is for the wrench and the lockers. This is always here. This is always a code. Once he goes away and we climb back down, we're going to enter through the barricade and go to the left of this bookcase. And all the way at the back left corner, under the top of this crate, is going to be our note 24. So going to the chapel, this is going to be an easier way for fuel and to get the Roastmaster achievement. Go to the fuel source right of the chapel. There's going to possibly be a trap here, but just to let you know, all you have to do is get a bottle that you've been finding around and just fill it up. Make sure to have a cloth to it if you want to make a Molotov. And if you don't, and you just fill up the bottle and throw it, it's just going to make a little fuel source. So, we're going to, right when you come out of the little fuel station, we're going to turn to the left and come down these stairs. I didn't unlock the door, so I'm going to pull out my pistol, and we're going to have to make it quick. And I'm going to shoot out this lock, because I don't have the bolt cutters. We're going to pull back the door, turn to the right, and there's going to be the beast. I'm going to pull out my butcher bomb, which is the Molotov, and throw it at the rats, which are eating at the body. Throw it at it, and quickly make it out the way and escape. Once you do escape, you're going to come back here, and you're going to see the burnt body. Where the beast came from, which is from this hole, we're going to grab our 25 note, and we're going to go to the pantry, the closet, and open it. At the bottom to have our 13th note, and the body is going to be our second out of 12 bodies that are burnt. Our third body that we need to burn is back at the pill tower. All we have to do is turn around and get our Molotov and throw it right at the body, and just make your way down. You already see the burning effect that's happening to him, and just make your way back down. In the pilt over hallway, these are the 3 bodies that are in here, so 4 out of 6. Just throw right at this body. Wait for the thing to cool down, because I can't see the second body. I don't want to waste any of the bottles, because I don't really have that much. And we're going to throw it at the second one. And this does get rid of all the rats in the area. So just to let you know, off of the body and everything that's blocking your way. We're going to go to the other side to burn the last body. And we're just going to chuck it right at him. That's going to burn that body. That's going to be our 6th body. And we're just going to progress back to the central bunker where the 7th body is going to be at. The 7th body, we're still towards the entrance to the maintenance. We're going to come to the end of central bunker. You can see it loaded. And there's these rats here. Chuck it at the rats and they're going to burn. And you can see that the beast is just waiting for me. So I'm going to wait a little bit until it disappears and I can make a run for it. At the lockers, we're going to use the codes that we got, which is from Foreman. You get the monkey wrench. And then we're going to go and look for the next code to unlock our 6th locker, which could have some interesting stuff inside or not, so it's depending on your game, because it is RNG. Another warning as we go into the next area, so make sure you have some of these. In the prison, when you make your way slightly down, this is right at the beginning, you're going to need power to this place to progress in this area to get the bolt cutters. And there is a missable achievement. The first room on to your left is where we need the map. So we're going to go to the second room. And when you open this door, there may be a trap that lures the beast, which you can hear right now. So this is in the future. And in this room, there might be a brick. If there isn't, in the hallway of the cells, there is one. Just to let you know, if it's not in here. So pick up the brick, and hopefully the beast doesn't come. Drag it all the way back into the room of the map. And we're just going to toss it right at the door, just to break it open. Of course, you can get a grenade, but a brick is more practical. Interact with the map to select it to the main map. That's our 3rd. And we're going to come back in here once we have the bolt cutters. Right in front of the map, what we're going to do is pick up the brick again. You can hear the brick. You can hear the beast right in the background. But we're going to go right past the cells. You can see right there on the left. We're going to throw it right at this door for a 26 note. You can possibly hear the beast coming out when I'm throwing this and breaking down the door. So I'm going to skip to that because he did come and chase me. But right when you break it down, turn to the right. Right next to the vent is going to be our 26 note. So right in front of the note, we're going to grab the vent. So unscrew the vent real fast. This is going to be 1 out of 11. And this is unscrewing and unchaining, unbolting 11 things, which is basically all the items that we need to do. And once you do these two, pull off the vent, and that's going to be 1 out of 11. Climb into the room. Stand up. On the table is going to be our 27th note. Look to the left. On the bookshelf on the shelf is going to be our 8th note. And make sure to grab the gas grenade for our missable achievement, if it's there on yours. Standing right in front of the control panel, make sure you do have your gas grenade, because we're going to need it. Before we flip any of these switches, because it does spawn the beast once we able the switch for the prisoner, go to the left and open up this door. And just follow your way to the cells with your gas grenade in hand. And the cell before the prisoner on the left side, which I'm pointing at, throw a gas grenade as far as back as you can, because you don't want to gas the prisoner. And once you throw it, quickly run all the way to the control panel before the gas dissipates. And flip the second right switch from the top. And what you want to do is quickly make your way and grab the bolt cutters before the beast kills them. And there is a chance you might get cutted off or the gas achievement, but I will still cover those either way. grab the bolt cutters and quickly make your way back to the control panel to close it. Make sure to close the door behind you because the beast might find a way to come get you. Flip the switch again to close it, and the beast is going to find its way to come get you, so watch where he's coming from and try to make your escape. Make your way back to the control room. What we're going to do is flip the top left switch. That's going to activate one of the pocket bag locations. We're going to go into this little duct where we unlocked and go to the far back corner where the 4 rooms are. And our first room on the left is going to have a little chain that we could cut with our recently acquired bolt cutters. Break the chain, open up the door, and either on the shelf on the right or in the chest in front of us could have a pocket bag where that medkit is. And make sure to grab some flesh for later on. I'm just checking all the 4 rooms for flesh or anything. But make your way to the cells and past the prisoner and on to the left. On the floor could be your pocket bag. Still got one more thing in this area to grab. Right in front of these cells, what we're going to do is take a left and we're going to go straight into the map room. Take out your bolt cutters, and right when you enter the map room, we're going to turn to the right and we're going to break the chain for our 3rd out of the 11. Pull back the drawer and grab the 2 notes inside, and that's going to be it for the prison. To recoup, now that we have the bolt cutters, we're going to make our way to the officers' quarters, which is basically the area into maintenance. We're going to take a right here into the one room we had to blow up with the grenade, and on our right in the dark room is going to be our 4th chain that we need to break open. Open it, and inside is going to be our lovely 2 notes. Turn around and make our way down the hallway and take it to the right. I'm just checking if the beast is somewhere nearby, but he's just making noises in the wall. We're going to come down where the rats are, and you can see the maintenance is right straight away, but this time we're going to go to the left, down into this area where you can see the little chain right there. We're going to break open. It's going to be 5. Go to the left, not to the chain door, but grab our wrench. And we're going to unscrew these 2 bolts. Right when you unscrew them, there's going to be 2 notes inside, which is going to be 32 and 33. That's going to be on a top drawer. And the last one's going to be at the bottom, which is going to be 33. So pull that out and grab the bottle. And you have a bunch of bottles for the Roastmaster achievement to use for fuel or for the bodies. But when we make our way into maintenance for the next vent we need to unscrew, we're going to go right in front of the foreman quarters and turn to the right. It's right where the body is, so you're going to turn right there and just unscrew this vent. Make sure you do have a thing of flesh meat to throw for the rat, and that's going to give us the culinary specialist before we burn the body. You can see right there, it's going to be our meat. Throw it in the corner. And the rats are going to get it. You can either grab the dog tag now or not, but I got bit. And I'm going to make my way to come back here and just burn them. Coming back to the same area, all I did was just run away to get the Molotov. We're going to throw the Molotov right at the body to get our 8th for Rope Master, or 8th body for Roast Master. And once the fire goes out, we're going to grab the 14th dog tag that's right next to it. And our final bag for our second pocket bag. This is our final spawn. And this is right there behind you on the right side. It should be hanging up. I'm just looking. It could either be hanging up on the wall. You can see it from the hooks right there. Or it could be in that little cabinet thing. You have to unhook it. But it could be in there as well. This is a warning before we go into the next area. Going into soldiers' quarters, right at the entrance. This is right next to the prison. We're gonna make our way down the steps as the game loads. Make sure you do have a grenade. That is one of the things we need to get, and we're gonna have to toss it right at the store. The beast might come depending if you throw it or not, but I am gonna skip it because he did came for me. Then what you want to do is go into the room, and the 4th map is going to be right in front of us. And right when you get out, the 9th photograph and the 34 note is going to be on our left on the shelf. Right in front of the map room, what we're going to do is go to the right of the room, go up these little steps. And in the dark, right next to the switch, is going to be our 35th note. At the end of the hallway, once you flip the 2 switches, you're going to take... I just simply turn around, but you're going to take a right. In the first room on our right, we're going to enter into this dark room. Turn on your flashlight. And at the far end, you're going to see rats. Progress a little bit farther. And in these little bookies you can see right there on the beds, on the left side, there's going to be our 36th note. And once you pick up the note, look to the right, and you're going to see a little locker or whatever, a little shelf we could pull out. And inside is going to be page 37. Still right in front of the rats, what we're going to do is pull out one of our Molotovs, our handy crafted Molotov. We're going to throw it right at the body, and that's going to be 9 out of 12. And our right side of that, of the body, we're going to reach on top of the bed to grab our 38th note. And we're going to circle around this bed on the left side to this bed with no little mattress, and on top of it's going to be a 39th note. And once the fire dissipates, we're going to grab our 15th dog tag. Back into the hallway, we're going to go to the left, as the other way is where we went. As you enter the room, the lights are going to be on, but instead of going deeper, we're going to turn to the right at the door, and we're going to put out a wrench and then screw it. When you unscrew it, pull off the vent, and inside is going to be one of our spawns for Pocket Bag 4, as well Nort 40. Going further into the room, you can see on our right side is the vent that we just went through, but the second bed on our left, without the mattress, has our 41 note. And then we're going to go further back into the room, and on the right bed, the last bed on the right, is going to have our 16th dog tag and our 42th note, and then make your way to the left bed to have our 10th photo. For the next achievement, Trickster, this involves one of the traps that are on the floor you possibly have seen with the little trip mine. You can see right here. I'm gonna hop over it. I was gonna show the collectible, but the power goes out and the beast started to chase me down the hallway. And seemingly what's going to happen is that when I accidentally walked over the trip mine, the beast went right behind me and got me the achievement. Coming around the corner where the rats are, this is where the pyro went out from the previous scene. We're going to throw it right at the body for 10 fun. And to the left, you can see it glowing, and that's going to be our photograph. Then when the fire is done, walk up to the dog tag and flip it around for the code. And then progress into the next room. For the 43rd note, we're still right in front of the body, so simply turn around and go into the room that you just opened from before. And simply turn to the right and you're going to see this gated door, the cell door, and pull out your bolt cutters to break the chain, the lock. Once that's done, open up the door and go flip the switch on the left to let the lights in here. And then look to the right, and on the table is going to be our 43rd note. Still right in front of the body, it's just the room with the cell. You can see the body right over there. I grabbed a burrow from where that hole was at and dragged it into this room. And I'm going to move this gas tank because it fell over when I came in, just in case when I shoot the barrel it doesn't explode and bring gas into the room. So what I'm going to do is pull out my pistol. I'm going to hide behind the door, and I'm going to shoot the barrel, and there is a high possibility the beast is going to come. Once it explodes, you should get your achievement and go into the next room for the next few collectibles. In the next room, as you can see from the room before where we exploded with the barrel, you're going to go to the left in the back left corner. And right next to the hole is a little cabinet. If you unflip that, inside there is going to be the second spawn point for the fourth pocket bag. And in the closet is going to be our 44th note, as well as some gas if it does spawn in there. Turn around, and that's going to be our 9th lock and vent. And I do get the achievement here, and it does unlock early for some reason, but that's not all of them. So it might unlock here for you. But inside it's going to be our 12th photo, and that's going to be on our right when we get inside. Back in the soldiers' quarters, which is where all the beds are at, you can see the poster from before. What we're going to do is search for the key, either from the cubbies or in the bed. Make sure to check it thoroughly, because you can just miss it, even though you think you checked it. So just check all through all the beds. But I already know exactly where it is, and that's going to be in the other area of the beds, the one with the rats. And it's just sitting underneath the orange blanket on the first bed on the left. But it's not going to be there for you because it's always random every time you start this game. So once you pick it up, just just make your way to communications, which is in the center. And just pull out the key. Make your way upstairs. And right when you're at the top of the stairs, look to the left. And flip those lights on. Flip the switch. And it's going to turn on the lights in the room. Our 45th note is right there on the table. Pick that up. Turn around. And on the desk right there on the table is our 46. Nothing in the closet. But to the left of the table is going to be the filing cabinet. Pull out your bolt cutters, and we're going to break that open, and inside is going to be our 47th note and our final packet bag for our 4th one. It's picked up. Pull it back a little bit further for 47, and once you grab that, turn around and hit the button for the arsenal code on the radio.
Anyone left? The code is 452 5. I hope that you can hear me. I hope that you can forgive me. The arsenal code is 4.
Make your way down from communications and go to the left. Make sure you do have a grenade. And in the darkness, on our room to the left is going to be into this red room. And sitting in the little counter is going to be our 13 photo. And back out, and you're going to see this room. At the end of the hallway, that is the little dentist room. That's what I'm going to call it. And grab a grenade and toss it right at it. And it's going to explode. And we're going to be real quick about this. Run in. Unlock this latch. Grab the 48th note. And just run out. And we're basically done with the soldiers' quarters. Back at the lockers, we're going to open up a few more lockers for collectibles. This one's going to be the gas mask, and this is going to unlock easy breather right when you pick it up. Going to the next one, and this is going to contain our 14th photo and our 49th note. Always, it's RNG, so don't expect to. You probably could get it early or not. And the next one doesn't really have any importance. It just has fuel and a cloth. Well, unlocking these lead us straight closer to Codebreaker. Make your way back to the generator and make sure to have a bottle filled with gasoline. Don't put a cloth in it. Just a regular fuel bottle, and just toss it right at the body right next to the generator if you haven't already. Pull out your lighter. Stand right close to it and light them up. And this is going to give you arsonist, which is light up a fuel puddle. And I got Roastmaster late in the game. This is after I completed everything, so we still have one more body. This is like after the game, and I'd rather just wrap it up here. So our last body is in the arsenal. We're gonna flip the switch. We're going straight from the beginning where we woke up. And it's in the room where we got the flashlight, if you remember that. You can see the light coming in. And we're going to pull out our bolt cutters and break the chain. This has a bunch of medicine and stuff inside of it. Our last one is in the tunnels, and that's when you should get the achievement. Another warning before we go into the arsenal room, and this is it. Coming from the tunnels, as you go into the arsenal, we're going to come across this room with the red light at the top. This is the final map with the map. And we're going to pull out a grenade and toss it right at the door. What you probably know that the beast is going to come, as you can see the dust coming from the hole. But right when we throw it, I am going to cut it as I run away and jump over this little trip mine. There he goes, hopping out. And hop over the little trip mine. And here's the cut. Walk into the room, and you can see that the 5th map is glitching out, but on the right side is going to be our 15th photograph. We're going to grab the map, and that's going to get us the achievement, Codebreaker. And on the floor is going to be our 5th spawn, our 5th pocket bag in our first spawn. Our 18th dog tag is probably something you saw from before, and it's right when I jumped over the trip mine. Or when you pick it up, turn to the right, and if you haven't already, pull out the bolt cutters and go to the strip mine and just snap the wire to get Tinkerer. This is all right in front of the arsenal store, so you shouldn't have missed it. You will see the arsenal door, and you will come your way over here. You're going to come underneath the bookcase, push this crates, and you're going to come across a group of rats. Make sure to have a grenade. We're not going to burn the body first, but this is where most of the rats are going to reside, and we need to blow up a lot of rats with the grenade. But doing so is going to let out the beast. So, we're going to wait for them to all come close together. Wait a little bit until you know they're all there, and just toss the grenade. And that's going to get extreme ratter. I don't know what the other explosion was coming from. But just pull out the Molotov and quickly just throw it right at the body before the beast comes, or just wait until after he leaves. As you can see right there, he's walking, he's going away. Once the fire dissipates, or when the beast leaves, make your way towards the body and pick up the 19th dog tag. We still got one more to go. Eventually you make your way to the end of the arsenal. As you can see right over there, the red light, that's where we need to go. But I found this gas container and wanted to pull it closer to the strip mine. This is the way that we came from. And this is for the beast. The beast needs to get gas from this. Either from the gas grenade or from that. One of those either works. But as we come inside, we make a save, and to our left is the dynamite that we need to complete the game. Once we pick it up, the room right here has our last packet bag that is inside, and we're going to explode that later on. But first, what we're going to do is that we're just going to fire off with the handgun and walk up to these two barrels. They're always here, and pull it to the hole. And when the beast comes, hopefully you can do it quickly enough. When the beast comes, he's gonna hit that. Watch, and that should get you cut it off. Now move the barrel. I'm just trying to see if he's going around, but he's not. So just move the barrel out the way. Fire again. Or if he does come, hop over the trip mine. But it seems like he's coming right now. But he's not. So, right when you see him come out, he should follow you, hopefully, to your location, and just fire off right on the gas canister right when you see him. Back in the exact same spot, we're just gonna grab the barrel that we dragged in front of the hole. You can easily see it's explosive with the crosses on it. And we're gonna drag it to the door. Then we're gonna run where the dynamite room is and we're gonna shoot it. We're gonna go right inside, and either one of the shelves is going to have our pocket bag. But it's mostly the one where I was just looking at, where all the items are. Just where the mech is, that's where the pocket bag is. So, that's it. And we're gonna go into the next area, which is the tunnels. This is the last warning that we're going to be doing, and this is going into the tunnels. Going into the tunnels, this is right where the map room is. And we're going to crawl underneath this little blocked off pathway and come up to the cell door with our final chain that we need to unlock with our bolt cutters. And right when you do so, you should get your achievement. Going a little bit further into the tunnels, you're going to come across this pathway, and this light's going to go out. And right there on the table is going to be 2 eyeballs and our 50th note, our 15 photograph, and our 51 note. Going a little bit even further, you're going to hear a guy screaming. This guy's the enemy, and he has a shotgun, and he's gonna shoot at you. And plus, you're gonna start seeing shadow people. Don't shoot at him, as this gets away of your location. But once you get through the door, he's all ranged, and he can shoot at you. So I'm gonna cut it out. He shot at me, and I tried fighting him back with our pistol. And he seemed to shoot a shadow that was right there and the door behind me, unlocking me 2 achievements. But I'm still gonna cover them once I get the shotgun. You can shoot the shadows with your pistol and not with the shotgun. Or I shot the shadow with my pistol. But once you see him, you will start running around, and you can be able to kill him. And once you pick up the shotgun, you will get an achievement. And tools to get more other achievements as well. Straightly where I was just looking at, just simply walk straight back and forth from this statue that I killed the guy from, and you will see shadow people just walking around. And once you see someone, just shoot at them, and you should get shell shocked. Still right in front of the statue, we're going to come to this doorway, go down the steps, and right in front of us, in the light, is going to have our detonator handle, and underneath it's going to be our last pocket bag, unless you still have one in the lockers. Once you grab that, push forward, and you can see a little crack in the walls with a little light peeking through. Simply walk towards it and drag the stuff out of the way. This is going to bring us to our last dog tag, and an item that could get us a few achievements. But when you climb through, you could possibly notice that you're going to an area that you've seen from the beginning of the game, as this is where your buddy, that you pulled your buddy out of, Lambert. If you push your way all the way to the other side and pick up the last dog tag, you can see Lambert, and especially go to his locker. And right next to it is going to be a toy bunny that we need to pick up. And this is what we need to throw at the monster. Once you're out of the tunnels in front of the in the arsenal, in front of the tunnels in front of us, what we're going to do is shoot our gun, and we're just gonna throw the rabbit right in front of the hole. And right when you do so, the beast is gonna take it and you're just gonna run away to a certain position that we need to grab it from, which is the chapel. So right when he comes, I'm gonna toss it and just hide behind the shelf. And you could possibly see him taking it, picking it up and taking a look at it. Unlocking Set the Mentalist. And he's just gonna quickly go away. He's not gonna try to look for it unless you get right in front of him. Back in maintenance, in the chapel, what we're going to do is just walk straight ahead. And strictly right in front of us on the table is our bunny, our toy fanatic. And this is going to get us the last achievement. So keep that in your inventory at the end of the game. Still in the maintenance, but you can see the foreman quarters right there, as well as the dead body. We're going to quickly turn to the right and go into the pantry. We're going to pull out our shotgun, and all we have to do is just shoot a rat. Getting us ratter. Yep. Our last thing is improviser, which is just blow off a door with the shotgun. So I'm using the map room because that hasn't been destroyed. And look at the door, make sure it's closed, and shoot at it. Back into the lockers and central bunker, we're going to grab our 52 note in the last two lockers. First is Travers. There's really nothing in there besides the grenades, but make sure to grab them because we are going to need them for our final boss fight. At least have one or two. And then Lambert, inside is our 52 note, as well as some shotgun ammo. But right when you grab it, do note that it might be glitch for you, and there is a patch coming out for the notes. When you're at the exit, you're gonna fall down a small cliff. What you want to do is go to the right and just follow the path, unless this is blocked up. But eventually the beast should show up. And just follow my pathway. We're gonna go to the left here, to this little center area. We're gonna hide behind this barrel. And you can see him making his way, so we're gonna pull out our bunny. We're gonna throw it right in the middle of the bridge. Make sure it's wooden. We're gonna hide. And we're gonna pull out a grenade. And once we see him pick up the rabbit, we're gonna toss it at the grenade. We're gonna toss the grenade right at the middle, and he's gonna fall down. If he sees you, he's gonna run straight after you and not pick up the rabbit. And he should just drop. Giving you the final achievement. Well, that's the end of the video. If you want me to show you the speedrun achievements, which is very easy to do, you can skip most of the game really easily. Just let me know about it and what I should improve on. And that's what the other achievements are. Completing the game and completing it underneath 32 minutes. 34 minutes. So either way, I'll see you later.